Great. First off, tell us why we're here today.
Clyde Gateway is a really important regeneration project that's made a huge impact on the lives and the communities of this part of the west of Scotland, particularly in the aftermath of industrial decline. And the government's announcing £3.5 million of new investment, which is about supporting renewable district heating systems, which are all designed to make sure that the area has access to lower cost fuel, sustainable fuel, and that can support the development process that's already underway here. So it's part of an integrated package of housing, employment and business developments, which are central to creating new opportunities for this part of Glasgow.
And moving on, later this month you will meet the US President, Donald Trump. What are you going to say to him?
I've taken a decision that it's in Scotland's interest to meet with the President of the United States so that I can use every opportunity to protect and to promote the interests of the people of Scotland. There's obviously a range of issues that we can cover around the international situation that's causing such anxiety to people in Scotland, around the situation in the Middle East and the situation in Ukraine, and there will be domestic issues that are important to us around about the implications of, for example, trade and tariffs on some of our key sectors, including Scotch whisky. So I think people in Scotland would expect their First Minister to meet with the President of the United States to put forward Scotland's position.
Will you express your concerns to Donald Trump around Gaza?
Obviously, I've said that we'll have the opportunity to discuss issues that are of concern to members of the public. I've made it absolutely crystal clear that I think the situation in Gaza is absolutely unconscionable, that the suffering of the people of Gaza has got to come to an end. There must be a resumption of humanitarian aid, there must be an effective ceasefire, and there must be a process of rebuilding Gaza as part of a two-state solution, which is essential for the delivery of peace and stability in the Middle East, and that's a position that I will articulate.
I'm sure you've seen Donald Trump's comments around Aberdeen. He says they should get rid of the windmills and get back into getting oil out of the North Sea. Do you agree with that?
There's going to be different views expressed by different political leaders, and I'm a supporter of renewable energy. I think it's important that we use the opportunities that we have in Scotland to capture the natural and sustainable energy that surrounds us and that is all around us, and we should take those opportunities which the Scottish Government has done in a sustainable way. We've got to protect the planet, we've got to protect our communities, and that's at the heart of the Government's agenda in Scotland.
Donald Trump denied losing the 2020 election to Joe Biden. He was found liable in a civil court for sexual abuse. Does it make you uncomfortable that you're meeting with this type of man?
The people of the United States have elected their president, and that's their choice, and he's coming to visit Scotland, and I think for me, my obligation and what members of the public would expect of their First Minister is for me to engage with the leader of the United States to protect and to promote the interests of Scotland.
And moving on again, Sandy Peggy has been cleared of misconduct. Do you welcome this?
There's an employment tribunal has taken its course within I'll have to say that again because that's not sorry. There is a process that's been undertaken in NHS Fife which has examined issues about the alleged conduct of Sandy Peggy. That's reached its conclusion. It's important that these processes are fair to all parties, and that's what's been taken forward here, and it's reached its conclusion. There is obviously an employment tribunal that has been brought by Sandy Peggy that is currently underway, and it's not appropriate for me to comment on the live proceedings that are underway in that process.
I'm not asking you to comment on the live proceedings with this question, but does NHS Fife have your confidence and support?
NHS Fife has my confidence and support. They've got important work to do to deliver on the healthcare needs of the people of Fife, and that's what I expect them to focus on.
And just on my last subject, will you meet with the Orange Order?
The government is meeting with representatives of the Orange Order today. Officials will take that forward, and in due course the Community Safety Minister will meet with the Orange Order. In recent days, members of the Orange Order have been subjected to acts of violence which are deplorable, and they are unacceptable to whoever they affect within our society, and these matters are currently being taken forward by Police Scotland.
One last question actually. The Scottish Affairs Committee said the Scottish Parliament or the Scottish Government should have more powers for capital borrowing. Do you support this?
I've obviously argued for the Scottish Parliament to have much broader powers, particularly financial powers, to make sure we can deal with some of the economic challenges and opportunities that we face. So I would welcome the strengthening of the powers of the Scottish Parliament in any respect. I am, of course, a supporter of Scottish independence. I believe the Scottish Parliament should have the full range of independent powers that would allow us to take the necessary decisions to strengthen the economy and improve opportunities and hope for our people. And that's an issue that I'll put to the people in 2026.
First Minister, thank you very much. Cheers.